Today it's coming to town, the great King Brothers International Three-Ring Circus. Thrilling acts from all over the world featuring such outstanding performers as Barbara Fairchild, bareback rider extraordinaire, the Flying Jordans on the Flying Trapeze all the way from Sweden, the Canestrelli troupe from Italy, a herd of elephants, 150 wild and domestic animals, a congress of clowns to delight children of all ages. Don't you dare miss this great show. Here is your announcer who'll tell you where you can see the circus.
On its inaugural tour, King Brothers Circus traveled from Wooster to Cuyahoga Falls on Thursday, June 18, 1942, marking its opening day. The circus caravan opted to bypass Akron and instead navigate through the Cuyahoga River Valley. William Nice, a 39-year-old from Peru, Indiana, was driving along Ira Road when he encountered difficulties. Unfamiliar with the winding curves and steep descent, he managed well until a sudden disaster occurred at a sharp right turn. The 1920s truck lost its braking ability, and sadly, there was no road ahead. It led straight into an old pioneer cemetery. The truck overturned and crashed into headstones, shattering them and disturbing the graves. Additionally, the canvas circus tent it was transporting flew out and landed on other graves, causing further damage. Here's the path taken, beginning at Ira and Cemetery Roads and ending at Ira Cemetery. Of course, in 1942, it wasn't snowing. It was a dirt road, and there wasn't a stop sign at the bottom of the hill. It just made an immediate right turn. Here's where the brakes may have given out. Earl Carr, 28, from Jackson, Michigan, and William O'Day, 55, from Peru, Indiana, were treated for minor injuries at St. Thomas Hospital. The truck driver, William Nice, 39, from Cleveland, suffered scratches and bruises, but did not seek medical attention. Meanwhile, a circus dog named Buddy was ejected from the truck and incurred an injury to his front leg. Unfortunately, Cornelius Ford, 42, from Columbus, Ohio, was also thrown from the truck but was killed instantly when his head struck a gravestone in the century-old burying ground. Nice later reported that he lost control of the truck on the steep hill, but managed to navigate all the curves without incident. Unfortunately, the truck veered into a ditch and crashed into the cemetery at a sharp turn some distance beyond the base of the hill. He suspected a brake failure was to blame. Embracing the motto, "The show must go on," circus officials hurried to the accident site to recover the main circus tent, which had ended up in the cemetery. The following day, Cornelius Ford's body was transported to Columbus for burial. Services took place on Monday at the McNamara Funeral Home, and Mr. Ford was laid to rest in St. Joseph Cemetery in Columbus. 2 years later, in June 1944, an 18 to 20-foot python was spotted in the area, creating quite a commotion. Some locals speculated that it might have escaped during the circus crash at Ira Cemetery, while others suggested that a train-passing circus had lost a snake. Ira Cemetery, once the Hale and Kranz family cemetery, is a serene site nestled between the historic Hale Farm and the Hammond-Kranz Farm, both of which were settled by some of the original pioneers in 1809. Shortly after the accident, Clara Bell Ritchie, the granddaughter of Jonathan Hale, took the initiative to restore the cemetery and funded the replacement of all the damaged headstones. Though this area of the valley is tranquil and surrounded by 2,500-year-old mound builder forts, it has witnessed some reported paranormal activities over the past 2 decades. A man has been seen wandering along the southern edge of the drive, moving through the field toward the old Hammond-Kranz home. Sightings have occurred both during the day and in the early evening. Could this be the spirit of Cornelius Ford, or perhaps a member of one of the early pioneer families?